Today we are doing 30 minutes. I don't even know if I can keep up with this 740 pace, but we are going to give it the old college try. Alrighty, let's head out. What's going on, everybody? We are back. I know it has been a long time coming. We're already in May 2023, and I think the last time was right after CIM that I had posted anything, but it's for actually some really good reasons. We've had a lot of new updates since the beginning of the year. First and foremost, Jess and I just bought a home. We bought a home. We closed back in early January 6th. And so that was just a huge step, and just going through all of the paperwork, all of the reading, and just like the whole process. I mean, like, we are beyond happy with what we've done and being able to do that. But that definitely took its toll, mentally, well, not really physically, but mentally for sure. Just like having to go through the workday, then coming home, reading like hundreds of papers or pages in documents for insurances and interest rates and all that other good stuff. And so it was definitely a lot, but we are so happy with it. And so with it comes some new training stomping grounds, and that is actually Hanson Dam, which is where I'm at right now. Training wise has been a bit of a roller coaster, mainly because of just one, it was just that transition of getting into the new home, but then two, we are getting hitched in 2 weeks. So that has been another process of organizing all of that and making sure all of our ducks are in a row so that we're going to be ready for the big day. And then a couple weeks ago, I ended up getting sick. It wasn't COVID, but it was a really bad cold, and my body just shut down. And it was right at the height of when I was starting to, pick up with my training again. And of course, life is never linear. So we had to pivot a little bit and kind of roll with the punches with that. But we're back again. Today's just going to be an easy day. I lifted a little bit earlier this afternoon, but I think for the most part, everything is starting to kind of settle in. I mean, we still have like that last minute wedding planning and everything, but this week I told myself, we got to get back into it no matter what, even if it's like 15-20 minutes of just easy running. Like, I want to make sure that I get that in, because I swear I'm going to blink again and it's going to be December. We're going to be right back where we were last year with 8 weeks to go before CIM. I do not want that to happen. I am actually very hopeful of running a tremendous time this year for CIM. I'm hoping to shave quite a bit amount of time, so that, with a formal actual training program for that. And we are also going to do some cross country running. I talked to my coach, and I told him that I did want to get into a few cross country races in like early fall. So like August, September, or I guess, I don't know if that's early fall, right? I don't know what the seasons are anymore. We live in California. Fall probably never comes. Then there's summer, maybe there's a winter, I don't know. Anyways, but I did talk to him and said I wanted to do some cross-country races, which I have done in the past. I've done the USATF cross-country Grand Prix. So it's like a series of cross-country races, a lot of like college open invitationals that we attend, and then plus there's other USATF sanctioned events that are part of that season of meets. So I actually really enjoyed it, and actually one of my favorite competitions or going through a season was actually a couple years ago when I was running for New Basin Blues, and one of the guys who was managing the team, Renee, him and his wife, I mean, like, they were the goats, man. They helped me out so much in getting back in tune with running, and especially with running with the club. And they actually sent me out to Spokane, Washington, where that was actually one of my favorite cross-country races. And I'm not a big cross-country guy. I'm more of a track guy. Those of you that do know me, I love the mile. But, as I've gotten older and you know, recovery is a little bit longer with some of those hard, fast speed days, I've learned to appreciate a lot more like long runs and longer tempo runs and even cross country. So I do want to get back into that because it's a shorter distance, get some good leg turnover for that CIM marathon in December. But yeah, that's where we're at now. So actually, I'm gonna get out. It's a little stuffy. Nala's got a little bit of air back there. She's been sticking her head out. Hello, say hello. Hi, Nala. Yeah, she whines a lot whenever we're anywhere because if she doesn't get out right away, she puts a little bit of a hissy fit. But yeah, so this is the new stomping grounds for training, and I've already put in quite a few runs. I'll show you guys over there. I've done quite a few runs, mainly starting from home. I actually don't live too far from here now, and you know, we end up going way over yonder. We'll probably do that today, and run along the what is it, the bike path that is supposed to be along the dam. So that should be pretty fun. But other than that, I mean, I'm just super stoked to just have bought a home with, you know, the love of my life, and we're happy, you know. So it's been good. I mean, I wouldn't trade anything. Like, sure, the training hasn't been where I've wanted it to be, or I feel like it should be, but I mean, the trade-off is, I mean, we're homeowners. Just trying to get a little bit better at, you know, filming and capturing some of this, because I actually do want to make this more of like a vlog series of just a day in the life of me training for CIM, kind of capitalizing on that miler turned marathoner mentality, and seeing how my experiences as a miler and really just you know, the sheer strength work that I've done over the last couple of years to prepare me for the mile, how that is going to be extremely conducive for training for the marathon, CIM in particular. Oh, and I did get, actually don't have it with me, but I'll probably share it maybe when I get back home. I did get a little note card from CIM of like an official Boston qualifying mark or standard or whatever they call it. So that was, bring this down, that was pretty cool. Hey, sit. But yeah, so I mean, obviously it's not an official, like, you're in, you still got to go through once the registration opens and actually register for the race. But I thought that was super cool. You know, running my first official race marathon, because if you remember, was it 2018 that I ran LA, but it, you know, ran the first half pacing, second half finishing up with Jess. So I guess it's technically my first marathon, but not really. So it's kind of cool to have been able to hit that qualifying standard right out the gate. But we've wind down the semester, so I'm pretty much done with work. I've got one more exam that I need to grade, and outside of that, it was a makeup exam. So, but after that, I'm pretty much going to be all done. Trying to stay active this whole summer and keep training as consistent as possible. I think with having that extra time flexibility of not worrying too much about work and or as much about work, I'm hoping to be able to teach in the summer, but usually summer's not too extensive. It'd only be one class, so you know, definitely going to have a lot more downtime to, or I guess not downtime, but a little bit more time to fit in a good solid training break, especially through the summer. Really capitalizing on that base training, getting in a good amount of strength, getting in some good mileage, meaningful mileage. I don't want to just do junk miles. But I'm pretty hopeful for this summer. I mean, I think things will look pretty good. I should be able to come out really strong and ready for a couple cross-country races, and throughout that time I'll also be doing some organized group training runs, because it's always fun to obviously run with a group of people. Join some group training runs, which if any of you know of any group runs, throw them down in the comment section. I would love to join in any capacity. Oh, and that's another thing. I am also a Noon ambassador this year, so that was actually pretty cool too. Submitted that application. Unfortunately, did not get asked to join back in with Ultra's ambassador program. You know, I have no grudges at all whatsoever. I mean, I still would advocate for Ultra, and I would still say that they are the best shoes that I've worn ever, because I truly believe it. And being a part of that program was just a perk and a, you know, almost kind of like a dream come true. You know, like I've always wanted to represent a shoe in any capacity, and what better way than a shoe that I really love. But yeah, I mean, absolutely no way, shape, or form do I feel like, oh man, like why didn't they ask me back? Like, yeah, it is what it is, you know. I will always be wearing Ultra, unless like they make their shoes start becoming like one run, they start ripping up or whatever, and hey, that may just be one, you know, fluke pair, but otherwise, yeah, Ultra, you got it right. All right, so we are pretty much all set up. I'm gonna roll a little bit. And then I actually have a little small, the gimbal camera that I was using before to shoot all my stuff. I'm actually gonna test run that and see if I can actually capture some stuff while I'm running, so that you can actually kind of see me in works. But we're gonna go out, as I don't know if you can hear, but she is crying like nobody's business because she is ready to run. She's gonna help me through these next couple weeks because your boy is out of shape. I know it, I feel it. I mean, after this afternoon, first time in the gym in like 2 weeks, and I'm already feeling some of that DOMS, and we haven't even graced that 24, 72-hour period. So that's when I know I'm a little out of shape. But yeah, all right, let's get into this run. Peace.
Look who we ran into. Look at this. Oh wait, no. Get off. There we go, look at that stud muffin.
What's up, y'all? Just out here getting my 4 miles done.
Easy 4 miles. That's it?
Yeah, that's it. There I am.
See, if you guys don't know him, this is Jerry. He's a LA Marathon extraordinaire.
4-time.
He knows it. He knows the race. Forwards, backwards, sideways, any which way. Well, that was pretty cool to see Jerry. I forgot to record some other parts of the run. We're pretty much all done. I'm just not used to it. I prefer to just go for my runs and just zone out, which is exactly what I did. So mission accomplished on that front. But yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to be doing this type of stuff like while I'm running, because it's actually a good amount of work. Like, not just talking and running, it's I can handle that. It's not that aggressive to talk and run. It's just more of remembering and then taking you out. But maybe when there's like views to see, I'll include that, like little snippets. But yeah, we're just about done.
All right, we made it back home. I had to rush that last part. It started getting a little dark. I think it's funny how it can stay bright for so long during, what is it, daylight saving time, spring forward. But then I swear, like within a minute or two, then it just like changes and it's all pitch black. Sharing the mat with this one. Bro, you're gonna get your hair all over it. Why? Why? Hey. Any whoosies. But yeah, so we're gonna call this week 1, day 1, because that is exactly what this is. We are restarting our training regimen. We are restarting this road to CIM part 2. Which I should probably at some point bring out the little certificate that I had gotten from CIM about the BQ, but I'm super excited. Like I said before, we're gonna have to share some of the squeakies. Like I said before, I mean, today was just getting out there and putting in a run no matter what. I was hoping to do it a little bit earlier. Didn't happen, like in the morning earlier. And then they kind of got away from me and had some meetings and some other stuff to do to wind out the semester, or yeah, wind down the semester. And then afternoon went to go lift, was gonna come home and lift afterwards, but then was working on some stuff at the house. And so then I got hungry, and then I needed to eat and needed to digest. And I started thinking about all the different excuses that could have come with not going out there and putting in a run. But I committed. I said, no, we're going to lace up. Like Jerry says, you just got to lace up and get it done. And so I got there. I did it, and we have officially rounded out our first training run in quite some time. First of many until our next marathon. Actually, more so until our next races for that cross-country series. I'm actually super excited for that. Never did I ever think that I would say I'm excited for a cross-country season. But it's fun. They're a lot of fun, honestly. But throughout this whole process, like I said, I'm going to try and get in as much as I can, even short little snippets. The more the better, just to kind of show you all that, you know, what it really kind of takes to run at whatever level that I'm at, whether it's you all that are trying to do something and, you know, maybe you're kind of like me, you've got your full-time job and you need to squeeze in workouts here and there. What's the most conducive way to do it? What I prioritize, that was another thing that I struggled with before I had kind of ventured into self-coaching and whatnot, was balancing and figuring out, okay, you know, the recovery aspect is arguably the most important part of your training program, and prioritizing a lot of that as opposed to banging out a hard workout and, you know, grinding it out when you're not feeling too great, or if you haven't really fully recovered, or if you're feeling sore, whatever the case may be. It's better to cut that workout maybe a little bit short and, you know, spend more time rolling and spend more time stretching and doing all the other things that you may think, oh, I need to, you know, push my body so that it can adapt, but it's not going to adapt. Really? Tell me. Tell me. Oh. We're just going to have to talk over that one. All right, she walked away. See how polite that was? Thank you, Nala. You're a real one. Oh, she's taking it upstairs. But yeah, you know, like prioritizing that recovery, because you're not going to adapt unless you recover. And so that was definitely one of the biggest things that I've learned. Was it 2017, I think, 2016, 2017, when I really kind of honed in on how my body feels and really just appreciating the recovery aspect and not taking those things for granted. Because now I'm not old, but my body is getting older, not old, getting older, and I definitely feel it a lot more. You know, it just, flexibility is not quite there anymore, and so I've got to spend even more time stretching and more time rolling, and that's one thing that I've not been really good with, that I'm trying to change. So we're in it. We're in it for the long run, pun intended. But I'm super stoked. I can't wait to really restart and be committed to sharing my experiences. If at any point you all have questions or anything like that, or if there's, you know, things that you're having troubles with, if you're training for a 5K, 10K, whatever the case may be, I'll also throw in like little educational videos of things that I've learned over the years. So hopefully you all enjoy some of that, but I am gonna finish stretching here. I don't think you want to see an entire thing of me stretching and whatnot, so we're gonna call it here. Same thing like before, we're gonna respect the process, stay the course, and always, 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 we're running happy. All right, everybody, see you next time. You see that? That is my ticket to Boston. Kind of, sort of. It's just the congratulations that I've actually BQ'd. I think right here, disclaimer, this is not an official ticket entry or notification regarding the Boston Marathon or connected with the Boston Marathon or Boston Athletic Association in any way. But I hit the qualifying standard, so I'm going to Boston once the registration opens up and I am quick enough to register. Peace.